So, if you joined us last time for the rear-wheel drive Forza Motorsport 4 King of the Mountain hill climb series, then you know that we sent this, the Weissman GT MF5, a rear-engined a rear-wheel drive front-engined car. It's not a Porsche. Went up and you know what? Set a very impressive time, beating the 4GT of all things. Considering the 4GT, it was an incredibly strong car to begin with. You know, it has managed to throw itself up there, mixing in with a lot of the mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars, and it was a bloody good drive as well. So then I thought I'd go back to what is considerably the strongest configuration, mid-engine rear-wheel drive. But I thought I'd go for something a little bit different rather than a Ferrari or something like that. I've gone Koenigsegg with this, the CC8S. Speed shouldn't be a problem with it. Can I get enough handling in it though? That's the main question. Alright lads and lasses, welcome back to Forza Motorsport 4, continuing on the King of the Mountain series. This could be an interesting car, actually, the Koenigsegg. Let's get into the builds, considering, well, Koenigsegg's are renowned for one thing, straight line speed, but they're actually good through the corners. This isn't a good start. Oh god, how many, what size? Oh, now that is an interesting thing. I can't change the rear tyre width, so I have no idea how big the tyres are at the back. Right, but let's have a look at the power. First things first, 567, 2,800 pounds. So, you know, it's not the greatest power to weight ratio we've ever seen, but, you know, that's not terrible. I'll admit that, and Koenigsegg's are actually good handling cars to begin with. I am absolutely going to put on race tyres. Rear aero, yep, that can go on as well. That is absolutely going on. Ooh, I do actually quite like the wing on the CC8S. Right, now, diff going on. Okay, now comes the interesting problems. What do I upgrade? You know what? I think I'm going to want the brakes. Can I? I can it. Ooh, okay. I can't fit that. Can't fit that. Does that increase? No, it doesn't. Ooh, yes. I can actually take that off. Actually, what we got? So that takes off £5 for no PI. What are the rims saying? No, I'm not expecting. If I go to these, that is... Oh, okay, that takes off too much weight. Right, okay. I need to try and find some heavier wheels. That, what's that, £18? If anything of these beat £5 and gets me into S-Class, then, right, okay, so that's £5, but look, hideous. That's heavier by £2. Ooh, I'm going to be scanning here all day, aren't I? That takes off... that takes off £1. I'd need a bit more than that. Need a bit more than decimal points of a kilogram. That takes off too much weight. That adds weight. Oh god, I'm going to be here all day, aren't I? Bloody hell, that added a lot of weight. £34. Jesus Christ. What the hell did they put that in? Bloody neutron star. No, that's a pound. Ugh. I think really I'm just going to... Oh! Aha! £8 with these. They don't look horrible. Alright, okay, there we go. Yep, they're going on. Managed to take off £8, and yeah, as to be expected. So, am I able... Oh, it's a centrifugal supercharge. Alright, okay. That... Actually, I think that's probably going to be better than a turbocharger. Considering I won't have to deal with turbo lag. Right, okay. Well, there we are. There is the Koenigsegg build. So, again, same power, 567. The weight has been decreased to 2,800 pounds. So I reckon this could actually be... I reckon this could be quite strong, to be honest. Possibly not competing with the Rosian, because the Rosian was lighter. I think, well, yes, it was down on power, but it was so good through the corners and the acceleration was fantastic that, well, you know, it just absolutely wiped the floor, beating the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car. So what are we looking at? 0 to 60, 3.1, 0 to 100, 2.7. As expected, top speed is 209. miles an hour. Yeah, we should be good with top speed front. Braking, exactly 100 foot from 60, 261 foot from 100. Again, so we're looking at good braking stats actually. Handling, 1.15, 1.17. I reckon that this is a strong formula. I honestly do think this is a strong formula. Good power, decent weight, actually fairly good acceleration, good braking, good handling. Everything you'd sort of need for this. I'm curious to see how this will do. I'm really curious. So, we're going to have to find out, aren't we? Let's take it to Fujimi Kaido. Alright, here we are at the base of Fujimi Kaido. That's not how it is. Fujimi Kaido. Gonna have 3 attempts to get up the mountain as quick as possible with the new hill climb. Current leader, like I said, Rossi in Q1, 431.8. I don't think it's going to be quite there. I think this could probably be giving the Ford, well, maybe even the Honda NSX-R run for 20 with the 435.8. I do think this really has a good chance of being very quick. I just don't know how big the rear tyres are, but they look big. That's a good start. We should be able to get our power down nicely. So, well, I mean, to be honest, I've just thought I could look at rear tyres. Oh well. Anyways, let's get these 3 runs underway. The main things is probably what are the gearing going to be like. Hopefully we've got good gearing, and if it is good, then actually I think we should be fine. Off the line, that's actually not a terrible start. Okay, first gear. Okay, first and second gear are quite long. Honestly, not a big problem. Oops, that was my fault there. Right, okay. Ooh, okay, yeah, we've got... Bloody hell, we've got really long gears in this thing. Jesus Christ. But to be honest, that mightn't be too terrible of a thing. Oh, God. Yeah, that honestly might not be too bad of a thing. Was the acceleration saying over here 99 miles an hour, although it did mess up the that corner, so it could probably get a little bit more. Tell you one thing, the front end turning in is absolutely spectacularly good. Loving this to drive. Long gears also helping with stability. Yeah, these rear tyres have got to be big, really big, because this Koenigsegg is barely stepping out. Oh Christ almighty, I'm actually turning in too early. Oh well, yeah, I'm actually turning in too early because the front end just swings into the corner like it's absolutely no problem. And that rear end, planted. Absolutely planted with this Koenigsegg. This is a strong formula. This is a really strong car. You know, I can't wait to see what this will be, what this will do. If I can get a good run in this car, we are looking at something incredibly strong here. We are looking at something incredibly strong. Let's see how it does on the entry to the 4 hairpins. Alright, okay, a little bit of understeer into the 4 hairpins. Now this is the bit that catches out a lot of rear-wheel drive cars. Not a problem with the Koenigsegg. I am, as soon as I'm in a straight, just boot the thing. Even a little bit of oversteer there does not phase this car. Oh my god, this is I'm loving this already. This is fantastic to drive. Good Christ almighty. Look at the speed as well. We're able to take this, slow it down a little bit. Alright, okay, be a bit more aggressive than that, mate. What we're doing, 160 miles an hour out of there, and down the straight, 132 miles an hour. So again, pretty strong, but I am definitely messing this up quite a lot. Can, you know, need to get my turnings correctly. Let's see, what we're going to be like out of the 50% hairpin. Not a single problem. Not a single whiff of issues over there. Right, okay. May have a little bit of a problem over the crest, but I mean, you know, a lot of cars have had oversteers over the crest, so no real shocker there. Right, okay, let's get you slowed down over this crest here. Ooh. Again, so easily controlled. That rear end is absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, here we go. Get it up there, no problems. Gonna put it down into first. The gearing is actually helping out a lot. Oh my god, I think I may have missed my braking point a little bit there. Understeered big time. Right. Oh, okay, a little bit unsettling through there. But through the out of the waterfall car park, but zero problems really to worry about. Okay, this is absolutely fantastic. A little bit of understeer through there, but again, it's nothing car killing. That's the main thing. You know, the instant power delivery as well of having the supercharger is helping out tenfold. Not having to worry with the long gears, not having to worry about turbo lag is definitely saving this car a little bit. Okay, well, this has been an incredibly scruffy run. Missed the apex of that corner completely. What we're going to be doing up the straight, that is the main that is the main question on my head. Admittedly, I did balls up the corner. 134 miles an hour. Just in third gear, no problem. Oh, Christ. Yeah, this has been an incredibly bad run from me. But I've been learning this car. Oh, God. Alright, it's a little bit wider than I thought. I can't be quite that close to the wall. Right, okay. Yeah, this has been an incredibly scruffy run. So, whatever time this says, absolutely ignore. There is a plethora of seconds to be found. Massive amount of time to be found. So, let's ignore this 4 minutes 37, which, well, from a bad run, is already beaten the TVR Tuscan. So, we're already looking top, what's that? It's currently in 8th place with a bad run. And I do mean a bad run. Right, okay. Yeah, I think the Ford GT is going to be beaten. It might actually be Weissman pace. I honestly do think this is going to be Weissman pace. Probably even quicker. But I've learnt my lessons. The front end turning is absolutely fantastic. The rear end grip is absolutely fantastic as well. So, you know, all I need to do is get my braking points correctly, because the brakes are damn good in this thing as well. And let's not crash it as many times. Carry more speed through the corners. There we go. A little bit of a oversteer moment over the small bump there. But again, nothing that the Koenigsegg can't really handle. Understeered a little bit through there. I think I just tried... Yeah, I didn't quite get it through that corner nicely. Again, 99 miles an hour over the red crest. Getting a fair bit of airtime. Need to make sure that rear end... Whilst yes, there's a hell of a lot of grip. There isn't infinite levels of grip. Need to, you know, definitely still need to be a little bit cautious from time to time. Front end turning in nicely through there. No real problems. Slam it on the brakes now. Let's get it out of this corner. Here we go. Absolutely lovely through here, Koenigsegg. Absolutely fantastic. Over this left-hander now. Really no problems. This corner here catches out a few cars. The Koenigsegg did have a little bit of a moment, but, you know, nothing that couldn't be handled, so I'm having no issues there. I'm going to put it in the first gear. There we go. You know what? I think a little bit as well is I'm trying to be massively aggressive because I feel like I could get away with it. Oh, that is actually quite a lot of understeer through there. That front end just lost a little ounces of grip through there. Right, okay. Let's be quite sensible through here. A little bit of did take a brief moment to get that front end swung into the 4 hairpins here. But, you know, once that front end has found that turning, it is planted. Absolutely planted. Right, okay. Let's get that, let's get this corner much better this time. That's more like it. That's surely got to save some time. 118 miles an hour through there. Looking at 135, I think. Or did it flash 136? I think it was 135 miles an hour. And yet the best part is, we can still just slam on that brakes and it gets stopped. Well, I may have got that corner a little bit wrong, I will admit. Yeah, the Koenigsegg wasn't the biggest fan of that. Again, just being a little bit cautious with the power over the crest. And we are absolutely fine through there. Kissing the apexes. I'm having a smile on my face every single second of driving this car. It is bloody fantastic. I love Koenigseggs. These are probably my favourite hypercars, in all honesty. I honestly don't think any of the other hypercars get as close to the enjoyment I get from driving just these mad Swedish machines. I absolutely do love them. Right, okay, much better now out of the waterfall car park. That is a definitely a good start. Going to shift it down into first. Oh, that is a huge grip loss moment. To be honest, I had a big problem through there. Oh, that was a hell of a lot of oversteer. Oversteer? No, it's the complete opposite. Understeer. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, God. I'm forgetting my terms. Right, okay. Need to... I think, to be honest, the long gears in here are both a blessing and a curse. Just because, obviously, with these long gears, yes, I'm going to have stability. I'm going to be in the lower gears. So, getting out of these corners, the acceleration's going to be quite good. But it might be sometimes the gears are a little bit too long. So, I actually can be in the wrong gear, having to shift down at actually quite a bad point. Again, 134. I could probably get away with actually braking a lot later, to be honest with you. But, you know, I think that's going to be a experiment for the final run. Again, that back end just really loses it a little bit when I have to change gear. However, you know, it's just a little bit of, oh, I need to catch a little bit of oversteer, and then I've caught it. And, you know, I just tackle the next corner like it is absolutely nothing. Round the final corner now, keep that foot planted. That's more like it. That is much more representable. A 4:34.9. There we go. That's a much better run. So now, it is just off the Lotus Evora. Ooh, just off the Lotus Evora. I've got to give this car credit. Absolutely brilliant. I need to find time. I need to find just that little bit of time. Yeah, this has got the Lotus. This surely has to have the Lotus Evora. Porsche's probably a little bit too far out the lines. Well, actually, sorry. Wait, did I say it? Oh, I can't remember. I think I said 4:34. Right, okay. Tell a lie. It might not have the Lotus. Unless I can find a second, somehow. I don't actually know. But what I do need to do is get these corners absolutely nailed for the final attempt. Much better through there, actually. I think I need to definitely spend more time in first gear. Get that turning into the corners. Get the acceleration out of the corners. There we go. 100 miles an hour out of that corner over the red crest. That is a marked improvement over the 99. Yes, it's 1 mile an hour. But as Tesco says, every little helps. Right, okay, yeah, I'm just shifting down to first, getting that front end turned into the corner, and then just being a little bit easier with the power, just to make sure that I don't lose millions of traction. I think it's definitely going to help get that time improved. Oh, I turned in just too early. Really did just turn in too early. Right, okay. That is possibly going to cost the car a little bit of time. However, I'm hoping that I can sort of pull that time back in other parts of the course. That so it should definitely get that time back. I just need to now drive it correctly. 98 miles an hour for this left-hander. And then we've got to get into the 4 hairpins. Right, okay, let's get this done properly. Come on. Got to then swing it into here. Oh, just a little bit of initial understeer turning in. I've got to be a little bit patient with the slower corners, letting that Koenigsegg just find that front end grip through the 4 hairpins. Then once it has found that grip, absolutely lovely through there. Right, okay, let's get this corner correct. There we go. Let's not bin it wide. There we go. That's more like it. The tiniest bit of oversteer, however, no problem. Much more solidified into the 135 miles an hour, but I don't think I broke quite enough through there at the 50% hairpin now. So try and get it out of this corner without too much hassle. Yep, again, just lovely out of there. A little bit of oversteer, but hasn't hurt no one if it's a nice controllable oversteer. I mean, to be honest as well, I think it was run 2, or was it run 1? I can't remember. I had that huge kick of oversteer. I cannot remember now. I'm too busy focusing on this that I'm forgetting the previous runs. I think it was run 2. Oh well. You know, it's that's definitely going to cost it some time. Oh, again, just oversteer off the corner, but it's so controllable that it really doesn't matter. I can just be hyper aggressive with this Koenigsegg, and it will just allow me to do it. It is just fully confident in just dealing with all of this power. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not nowhere near the most powerful rear-wheel drive car we've ever sent up. Like, you know, I'm looking at some rear-wheel drive cars looking at about 1,000 horsepower. But that's just way too much power for this. Whereas this lovely 567 horsepower is more than enough to carry the Koenigsegg up the mountain with really no issues. Come on now. Got to get it through these sections here. Again, just the tiniest steps of the rear end wanting to kick out. But it is no problems whatsoever. Put it into first. There we go. We're out of that corner nicely, actually. That was a good corner. Might be carrying a little bit more speed when we have to slam on the anchors again for the final time. 135 there, miles an hour. I saw flash up on the speedometer. So we are carrying a little bit more speed. Put you down into first. Again, little moments of that Koenigsegg want to step out, but it's no problems at all to control. I'm going to put you into first, probably a little bit too early because that back end did swing out. However, again, no problems, really just zero problems. Come on now, just one more corner to go. Keep it flat. I've kicked the arse out. Oh, I think if I didn't kick the arse out, it would have beat the Lotus. I really think that would have beat the Lotus. But it's still a massively impressive time. It really is still a massively impressive time. I think that could have got a 4:33. I really do think that could have beat the Lotus. 100%. But, you know, I'm only allowed 3 attempts. That is the rules. But let's see how well this Koenigsegg did on the leaderboard. I can tell you, it wasn't a bloody impressive car to drive. My voice is bloody cracking again, for God's sake. So, after the 3 runs, the Koenigsegg has found itself in 4th place with that 434.233. Honestly, I do think that my final attempt, there was a second in there. However, I think honestly this has been another car I've let down with just a crash early on and then me just absolutely pushing it to the limit out the final corner, and it just lost its traction and lost speed. However, I will admit this has been one of my favourite cars to drive. Absolutely has been. I have not had really a single complaint with this Koenigsegg. I've absolutely loved it to pieces. Yeah, love the car. Absolutely love the car. I am going to check, because if I go into car list, the rear tyres, they are, let's have a look, bit more, 335s. Yep, that explains why there's so much grip at the back. 335s at the back. Yeah, I forgot I could do that. Yeah, it really did feel like I had 335s at the back, with just how simple it was to just get that power down. Yeah, absolutely love the car. I mean, you know, it did have the disadvantage of me only being able to have 2 4.5s at the front. 2 6.5s would have been nice. However, you know, race tyres needed that. It really does need race tyres on these, but, you know, it would have been nice. But, you know, I think the brakes were probably the better call, because it takes out more weight. So, you know, it's going to improve multiple things. And, well, braking, very important thing for it. So, you know, there is that. But, in the end, I'm still quite happy with this Koenigsegg. However, I do think this could have been top 3. Really do think this could have been top 3. However, I'm gonna call it there for a video. Do hope you enjoyed. All feedback is appreciated. If you want to suggest a vehicle, 2 methods you can do that: comments, or join my Discord with the link in the description, and you can suggest another one there. However, that's it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.